The sapphire necklace shimmered, casting an ethereal glow that seemed almost otherworldly. Its deep blue hue was mesmerizing, drawing the eye and captivating the soul. A river of blue fire, dancing and flickering with an intensity that mirrored the gem's own mysterious allure. The flames seemed to whisper secrets of ancient times. Legend whispered of a curse that clung to the sapphire like a shadow. Death followed the gem wherever it went. Kings, queens, even emperors, none were spared. Each met untimely and often gruesome ends, their lives cut short by the malevolent force that seemed to emanate from the stone. Now it rested on the delicate collarbone of Veronica Stone, a woman whose beauty was only matched by her grace. The necklace seemed to pulse with a life of its own, as if aware of its new owner. Veronica was a woman of immense wealth and undeniable beauty, but her life was marred by a tragic past. She had inherited the necklace, a family heirloom passed down through generations, each owner meeting a fate more tragic than the last. The necklace had been a gift from her late husband, a shipping tycoon whose empire spanned continents. He had given it to her as a token of his undying love, unaware of the dark history that accompanied it. Tragically, he died mysteriously a year ago, his death shrouded in mystery and suspicion. The circumstances were never fully explained, leaving Veronica with more questions than answers. Now she was hosting a grand gala, an event that had drawn New York's elite. The city's most influential figures gathered in her opulent mansion, their jewels sparkling under the chandeliers, champagne flowing freely as laughter and conversation filled the air. But tonight, the sapphire's curse would strike again. The air was thick with tension, an undercurrent of dread that seemed to permeate the room. As the night wore on, the guests would soon realize that the sapphire's dark legacy was far from over. The gala buzzed with excitement, a who's who of New York society. Veronica, a vision in red, greeted her guests. Her smile, however, couldn't hide a flicker of unease. The necklace felt heavy, an icy weight against her skin. As the night wore on, the necklace seemed to pulse. A heartbeat in the crowded room, then a gasp. Veronica clutched her throat. The necklace gone, vanished into thin air. Panic erupted. Chaos reigned supreme. Guests whispered, accusing eyes darting everywhere. Security swarmed the penthouse. Doors slammed shut. The air crackled with palpable tension. The police arrived, sirens wailing loudly, a sea of flashing, blinding lights. Detective Isabella Izzy Diaz pushed through the crowd, a woman on a determined mission. Hardened by years on the force, her eyes missed nothing. She surveyed the chaotic scene. The panicked whispers, the forced, uneasy smiles. Every face, a potential suspect in the crowd. Detective Diaz, sharp and intuitive, took charge. A seasoned hunter in a world of predators. She questioned the guests, each alibi a carefully constructed lie. Veronica, pale and shaken, offered little help, her eyes haunted by a secret. Izzy zeroed in on the staff. The caterers, the musicians, the valets. Someone saw something. A misplaced glance, a nervous twitch. The evidence was there, hidden in plain sight. Section 5. Secrets and Lies. The investigation deepened further. The glittering facade of Veronica's life crumbled. Debts mounted, gambling losses, a crumbling marriage. Veronica, it turned out, had secrets of her own. A name surfaced. Mark Ashton, Veronica's art dealer. A man of expensive tastes and questionable morals. He had visited Veronica earlier that day. His alibi? A flimsy story of a gallery opening. Izzy wasn't convinced at all. Section 6. A Trail Across Continents. This is the story of Izzy, a relentless detective whose pursuit of truth knows no boundaries. Her journey is not just a physical one, but a deep dive into the hidden layers of society. The trail led Izzy across continents, from the bustling streets of New York to the serene landscapes of Kyoto. Each location held a piece of the puzzle, a clue that would bring her closer to unraveling the mystery. From the luxurious art galleries of Paris, where the elite gathered to admire priceless art, to the shadowy back alleys of Moscow, where danger lurked at every corner, Izzy's journey was fraught with peril and intrigue. Each step brought her closer to the truth. She meticulously examined every clue, every piece of evidence, knowing that even the smallest detail could be the key to unlocking the entire mystery, and to a dangerous underworld hidden beneath a veneer of wealth. This underworld was a labyrinth of secrets, where the rich and powerful played a dangerous game, and where one wrong move could mean the difference between life and death. The sapphire necklace, she discovered, was more than just a jewel. It was a key that could unlock doors to secrets long buried, and to a power that many would kill to possess, a symbol of power for a secret society. This society, shrouded in mystery, had its roots in ancient traditions and wielded influence that spanned the globe. Their meetings were held in the utmost secrecy, and their decisions could alter the course of history. A group that operated in the shadows, pulling the strings of governments and economies. They were the unseen hand that guided the fate of nations, and Izzy knew that exposing them would be her greatest challenge yet. Her journey was far from over, and the stakes had never been higher. Section 7. Shadows of the Underworld. In the heart of Moscow, where shadows dance under the dim streetlights, a story of intrigue and danger unfolds. The deeper Izzy dug, the more she realized the truth was far more sinister. Each clue she uncovered painted a darker picture, revealing layers of deception and treachery. This wasn't just a simple theft. This was about power, control, the kind of control that could shift the balance of the underworld, where shadowy figures pulled the strings. And the sapphire necklace was at the heart of it all. This wasn't just any piece of jewelry. It was a symbol, a key to untold power and influence. She discovered the existence of the Serpent's Eye, a secret society that operated in the shadows, their influence reaching far and wide. A clandestine organization rumored to control vast fortunes. They were ruthless, untouchable. Legends spoke of their cold efficiency and their ability to manipulate events from behind the scenes. And they would stop at nothing to reclaim what they believed was rightfully theirs, the sapphire necklace. To them, it was more than a treasure. It was a symbol of their dominance and legacy. As Izzy pieced together the puzzle, she realized the stakes were higher than she ever imagined. The necklace was a beacon, drawing in those who sought power and those who wished to protect it. The streets of Moscow became a battleground, with every corner hiding potential threats. Izzy knew she had to tread carefully, for one wrong move could mean her end. She sought allies in the most unlikely places, knowing that trust was a rare commodity in this world of shadows. Every piece of information was a step closer to the truth. The history of the sapphire necklace was steeped in blood and betrayal. It had passed through the hands of kings and criminals, each leaving their mark on its legacy. In ancient texts and forgotten tomes, Izzy found references to the necklace's power. It was said to grant its possessor unparalleled influence, a tool for those who knew how to wield it. But with great power came great danger. Izzy's quest for the truth put her in the crosshairs of those who would kill to keep their secrets hidden. Yet, despite the risks, Izzy's resolve only grew stronger. She knew that uncovering the truth about the sapphire necklace and the Serpent's Eye was the key to unraveling the shadows of the underworld. Section 8. The Moscow Connection. The trail went cold in Moscow, a city of secrets where truth was a luxury few could afford. Izzy, however, refused to give up. She had come too far, risked too much. A break came from an unlikely source, a retired Russian intelligence officer. He knew about the Serpent's Eye. He knew about the necklace, and he knew who had it. The answer, he whispered, lay in the heart of Paris. Paris, the city of lights, but for Izzy, it was a city of shadows. The stolen sapphire was to be the centerpiece of a grand auction, a gathering of the world's elite, the Serpent's Eye in their element. Izzy, disguised as a wealthy art collector, infiltrated the auction. The air crackled with tension. Every face, a mask, every conversation a potential threat. The bidding for the sapphire began, a bidding war for power itself. The auctioneer presented the sapphire necklace. A hush fell over the crowd. Just as the hammer was about to fall, Izzy made her move. She exposed the conspiracy. The room erupted. Panic and confusion. In the ensuing chaos, Izzy apprehended the mastermind, Mark Ashton. He had been a pawn all along, manipulated by the Serpent's Eye. The necklace was recovered, returned to a stunned Veronica. Justice, it seemed, had been served. The case was closed. The sapphire necklace back in Veronica's possession. But for Izzy, questions lingered. The Serpent's Eye, though wounded, was still out there, lurking in the shadows. Was the curse real, Or was it the greed and ambition surrounding the jewel that brought about such misfortune? As Izzy looked out over the city that never sleeps, she knew one thing. The night, like the depths of a sapphire, held many secrets. Some, perhaps, better left undiscovered.